back, guys, for Wednesday. As a reminder, we do what we gotta do sometimes when we are trying to jam health and fitness into our life, hence taking these videos in my carport while my son is napping. We're gonna kick today off the same way we kick off every day, which is those 10 belly breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. You should feel that belly fill up and breathe out. We do that so that we can reset our nervous system and just get in this kind of ritual and habit of getting our mind ready that when we do belly breaths, we are in a calmer state. We want to give ourselves that grace or space to spend the next 30 to 45 minutes working on your health. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does need to be consistent. That being said, once we've done those belly breaths, if we've got a jump rope, great, grab it, let's use that. If we don't, in this case, I didn't bring one home. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to pretend like I've got a jump rope. I'm going to do 30 single unders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Until I get to that 30 number, I'm then going to do 10 total lunge steps. With the lunge step, guys, we want to make sure that we step far enough out that our trailing knee touches the ground and our knee is stacked over our ankle. I was a little bit out forward, so I want to make sure that we drive back through the heel to stand back up. So 10 total lunge steps. If for any reason that lunge step is just too much pressure on my knees or my hips, I can always come into that just air squat position, heels outside of the hips. We're going to keep the weight rooted in the heels. I'm going to have the hip crease the knee, coming back to that full standing position. So that's always an option. From there, we're going to drop down 10 Spiderman. With a Spiderman, we're going to have wrist, elbow, shoulder stacked. I'm going to look to bring my foot outside of my hand. Long stretch to the adductor. Switch at your own pace. Now, depending on where your flexibility is or is not, it may be higher. There's nothing wrong with that. 10 in total, or 5 each side. From there, we're going to drop down to a scorpion. So we'll tee our arms open, opposite heel. We'll roll to that opposite wrist. 5 each direction. 10 in total. We'll do that for 3 rounds and then we'll get into our workout. Today's workout is going to be a 12-minute amrap, which simply means as many rounds as possible. We're going to do a dumbbell deadlift. So we'll have a deadlift, or I should say, we're going to have a dumbbell in each hand to do the deadlift. Our feet are going to be heels underneath our hips. From here, it's kind of nice doing a deadlift with dumbbells because it's less technical than doing a deadlift with a barbell. You don't have to worry so much about the path of the bar. We're going to come down, we're going to touch both heads of the dumbbell to the ground, back to a full extension. 2, 3, all the way to 14. From here, we're going to drop down into 14 push-ups. When we do a push-up, we're going to have wrist, elbow, shoulder stacked. We're going to look to have that chest come all the way to the deck, back to full extension. If we struggle with that, what we want to do first before we just default to that knee push-up is start practicing elevating our hands. In this case, I've got a cooler. I'm going to hold both sides of the cooler so that I feel stable. Well, as stable as you can in an uneven floor with an uneven object. But we're going to come into that straight body position. Shoulder, waist, ankle straight, chest to the deck. Back to full extension. If that's not low enough, fine, grab the edge of a table, come onto the wall, whatever you need to do to be able to get that straight body position, and then as our absolute default bottom barrel, we'll go onto those knees. Once we've done that, we've got a jump rope handy, great, grab it. We're going to go 40 single unders, or in this case, I don't have a jump rope, so I can do 40 jumps in place. I could also drop down and do mountain climbers. I can do jumping jacks. So there's lots of options, or I could even change it every single round. So don't feel so limited by not having everything perfect that you don't do anything. See you for the finisher. If we have a band handy, guys, great. We're going to do 100 banded good mornings. Band's going to go around the back of the neck. From here, I'll step into the band. I'm going to have my heels underneath my hips, and I'm going to hinge at the waist. So hips will go back, chest will come forward. We're going to get soft in the knee, which means we're not squatting, but we're not locking the knees out either. So we just call that a soft knee. So we're going to go for 100 banded good mornings. If we don't have that, it's okay, not the end of the world. Grab one of your dumbbells. We're gonna hold that in a front rack position. So again, the dumbbell is gonna come across to the body. Same positioning, heels underneath hips. And now I have this hinging motion, soft knees, 100. From there, we're gonna go to 100 band pull-aparts if we have it. Elbows are gonna lock out, wrist is gonna come behind the shoulder. Big long pull through the upper back. If we don't have a band, go unloaded, bent over, so chest parallel with the deck, pull back. So we're just doing a dumbbell fly without any weight, because we want to make sure, guys, when we're doing these 100 and 200 volume finishers, that they are light to no resistance. We're just trying to get blood flow through the body. Blood flow equals recovery. Good news is, tomorrow is our rest day, so get outside, go for a ruck, take the dog for a long walk, whatever that is. But try to spend at least an hour outside, moving and using your fitness. We'll see you guys on Friday.